88 pounds down total. Only a small loss this week. I went to a concert, took 2 days off of weight training and exercise, and I'm still good with it. Welcome to week 53. Welcome back, or welcome if you're new. My name is Lynn. I am 56 years old. I'm a wife and mother of 2. My daughter is starting college in a couple weeks. My son just started junior year of high school today. And we're back to getting up early. I have been on Zepbound 2.5 milligrams for a year. I did an anniversary video last week on Tuesday, and that was a full year review along with last week's update. So if you want to go check that out, this is what it looks like. Now let's get into this week's weigh-in. Last week, week 52, my year, I weighed in at 164.8 pounds, and this week I'm at 164.4 pounds, so I lost 0.4, which is okay. Here are the stats. For those who are new subscribers, this is my stat sheet that I show you every Wednesday. And the top row is the weights, and then the steps. Walking minutes is the total minutes walked on my treadmill, and the parentheses next to it is how many times I did it. So I usually try and get a morning walk in, and then I try and walk after lunch and after dinner. So that's the total amount of minutes and how many times I did walk. And then the next one is the total miles of all those minutes on the treadmill, not the total miles that I got all day, but just the treadmill workouts. And then the bottom is lifting. DB is dumbbell and MACH is machines. I haven't been doing my machines lately, so I did, like you could see, Tuesday's dumbbells. I did 12-pound dumbbells, and same for the rest. Is Friday 12 pounds, Saturday 12 pounds, Sunday I only did 6. And again, going back up to the top is my daily weights going across. I went down pretty much the whole week in a trajectory straight down. I only got 6,944 steps Monday, and Thursday was 3,906 because I was getting my cold and I was very stuffy and just lethargic and achy, and I didn't want to do a thing. And that was right after my Ariana Grande concert on Wednesday night. My daughter wanted to go so bad with her friends, so I took them down to the United Center, Chicago. And the only bad thing was the traffic going down. That was stop and go like the whole way. Once we got there, it was fine parking. We got in quickly. We got to our seats. Everything was great the whole time there. And then getting out of there was even better, and it was very quick. So we did that. So the reason why the daily steps on Monday were so low was because I was working on my anniversary video that came out Tuesday, and I was working on it every second that I possibly could between filming it and editing it, and that took a long time. So that's why my steps were so low on Monday. But I did bounce back, after that and at the end of the week when I felt a little better. My voice is still a little shaky, if you can tell. For strength training, the 2 days that I did miss on Monday and Thursday, I didn't, feel that bad about it because I had been going so every day with my weights and stuff that I felt it was good to give my body a break. And I did get, some steps in, even though I didn't get on the treadmill. And it's okay to take a day off once in a while, especially if you're not feeling good. Wednesday, here are a few pictures from the Ariana Grande concert. I had such a good time, and boy, was it a big difference to go after losing 87 pounds, because back when I had that weight on me, it would have been much harder walking. I would have gotten much more tired, Getting up to the seats would have been, harder. Fitting into the seat would have been harder. I had so much room when I was sitting. We stood a lot of the time. And boy, it was so loud. I thought my eardrums were going to blow up. I just had such a great time. And I was so happy that I could, do this with my daughter and have, this memory with her. I wanted to let you know on this coming Friday, I'm having my second DEXA full body composition scan. Again, people get confused, so I wanted to lay it out for you. The DEXA full body composition scan is not given a prescription or whatever or an order from a doctor. It's usually not covered by insurance and you have to pay out of pocket for it and find a place that can do them. My place is an hour away, and I got a special, 2 for $150 special. So I got my first one back in September last year after I started, and then now I'm getting the second one for a comparison. And they have other tests there too that you can do. It only takes about 6 minutes. You lay flat on your back, and a scan goes over you, slowly. So once it goes over your head and your neck and moves down to your chest, you can move a little bit. And then, once it goes to your legs, you can move your arms. So you just have to stay still for about 5 to 6 minutes. And then they go over the results with you right away. So I will hopefully get the results on Friday, and then I will prepare a video for next Sunday to talk about that and my comparison to my first one. And so that's the full body composition DEXA scan. Now, when you go to the doctor and you say, Doc, can I have a DEXA scan? They'll say, sure, and they'll write you an order and send it off, and you're going to go and make an appointment like I did first last year. And I'm like, this is the full body one that can show the muscle and all the stuff inside and my visceral fat and everything, right? And they said, no, this is just for bones. I'm like, oh. So your doctor can do an order, and it's usually covered by insurance for a DEXA scan that's a bone density scan only. If you're thinking you have osteoarthritis, you have weak bones, you brittle bones, you break bones a lot, that's a test for just that. So just so you know the difference. And the one that the doctor orders is usually covered, but this one is not that I'm getting. So come back for Sunday, because I'm going to hopefully, make sure I get the results first, do a comparison, talk about it, and super surprise, I'm going to show you some pictures. I've talked about it and I've showed you my bat wings. I'm going to show you more pictures of my loose skin. I know virtually nobody does this online, but I wanted to just show you in real life what I'm going through and what I have. And even though I'm not done losing weight yet, I still have another 15 to 20 pounds. I, am starting to think about the loose skin and stuff and grappling with the decision. And I'm heading towards doing no surgery for it. But I'm still, thinking about it because it's still a long ways away. So I wanted to share that with you, and that's going to be this coming Sunday video. So come back for that. This past Friday, here's a video, I did a live, and not too many people showed up. So I'm thinking that Friday at 4:30 Central is not a good time to have a live. I know a bunch of people, saw it afterwards, and that's fine. But, the live is supposed to be community, getting together, conversations back and forth and stuff. And it's not too great when there's only 5 people. So, but thank you for the 5 people that came, because otherwise I would have been just sitting there alone doing a video like this. So I appreciate those who came and, did have conversations, and, we talked and I did my stuff, but it would be nice to have more. So I think that I will try and do it towards people a little bit later in the evening. So it'll be 6:30 Central, 7:30 Eastern for those who, after dinner or, after work. that can maybe join, and it'll be easier. And I'm going to start on a Monday, but I don't have a date yet, and it won't be until September. I'm going to change the time and stuff for September. So stay tuned for that. And again, I wanted to thank all the new subscribers and people who have been with me, checking out Sunday's video. Here it is. And for some reason, this just took off. And I'm so proud of it. And I just wanted to thank you because you're helping me with subscribers. I have over 800 now, and I've got over like 50 some or more, I think it was 60 or 70 just from this video, and hopefully more watch hours so I can get monetized. Another late breaking news, I don't know if you heard, if you're looking to get monetized, you have to do it before February 1st of 2027. It's all over the YouTube world that they're doing new monetization goals, and now you're going to need the same 1,000 subscribers, but you're going to need 8,000 watch hours. That's just, ludicrous to me because it's so hard to get 4,000. I have a little over 2,500 now, so I'm, getting closer, and it's not including like the Sunday, Monday, Tuesday hours. So hopefully this will bring it up. But I'm trying to do more videos that can push me at least by February to get monetized. It just would be kind of cool to get some extra money towards the medicine, I'm going to wrap things up, and thank you for, staying with me and along this journey. And even though it was a small loss, only 0.4, it's still okay. And even if you have a slow week or no weight loss, it's okay. It's your body just, doing what your body does. And everybody's body is different, and sometimes it needs time to recalibrate. I was lifting weights, so maybe I'm putting on muscle. So we'll see all that in the DEXA scan. So that's why, and the smart scales are important. I have a human body pod, and I can see every week my numbers like trickling down, the bad numbers trickling down, and I'm getting in more into the green numbers, and it's like so exciting to see. And you could see what's going on inside with, muscle and fat and bone density and all that stuff. I'm getting the DEXA scan because that's like the gold standard of the, body scan and smart scales and stuff. So it's supposed to be the most accurate. So again, I will share that with you on Sunday along with loose skin pictures, so come back for that. If you like this video, please like it and subscribe so you can follow along with the rest of my journey. And hit the bell button so you'll be notified for my next video and when I do go live in September. And thank you for joining me today. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.